There are a lot of different types of UX maps: empathy maps, journey maps, service blueprints, road maps. In this video, I'm going to outline tips for improving the appearance or visual design of these maps. Before I begin, it's worth reiterating that it only makes sense to polish a map if one, there are a lot of people seeing it, two, it's going to be public facing rather than just an internal document, or three, the map stakes are high. Otherwise, it's likely not worth the time and resources required to make your map high fidelity. Now, say it is worth your time and resources. Where do you start? First, choose a tool. The best tool will depend on what you already know and have and use and your expertise. Consider choosing a tool that you're already familiar with, and then ask yourself what your goal is. Do you want to easily distribute the map? Integrate it with another tool, co-create with team members. Some tools are better than others when it comes to each of these capabilities, so decide what's important to you and then make your tooling decision. Next, in the tool you've chosen, create a consistent visual system. You'll start by making styles for 5 components: header text, which is your map's title; primary text, which makes up the body copy; secondary text, which is the text within shapes or bullets; arrows and lines, which are going to connect different components or elements; and labels, which are identifiers for our quadrants, swim lanes, and axes. Once you've identified styles for these 5 components, you'll then choose a color palette. Color palettes usually contain 3 to 6 colors. A palette can include variations within the same color family or combine colors from different families. Once you determine a color palette, then think about its application by applying each color from your visual system to your components. Now that you have a visual system and color palette, you can build your foundation. This is the structure of your map and includes context, so the title, date, and version of your map, and then your structural lines, which are going to act as the skeleton to your map. Once you have this, you can add content to your map. We recommend starting with the primary content, meaning elements like labels for your swim lanes and quadrants. And then once you have those, add the remaining content to the map. Remember, you should be duplicating your original style components and copying the content in, so everything stays clean and consistent. Once all your content is in your map, play with the spacing and sizing of various elements. The details matter here. Try to get all your text boxes perfectly aligned and aim for even distribution, meaning equal space between elements. As you make adjustments, you can layer in additional visual components like fills, so solid background colors on specific elements, and icons. In some cases, it's beneficial to create a map key or another kind of explanation document to help your audience better understand your artifact. If certain icons mean something specific, add a legend to explain what each icon stands for. If you're making several related maps, consider creating a graphic that shows the relationship between them. In summary, invest in creating a visual system for your map before you work with any content. Then, once you've created your map, test it like you would test an interface. Get feedback and iterate as needed. In the future, you can reuse the same visual system, just applied to new maps.
Thanks for watching. If you want to see more of our UX videos, take a look at these over here and consider subscribing to our channel. On our website, nngroup.com, you can access our free library of over 2,000 articles. You can also register for one of our UX courses that offer live hands-on UX training.